Full time at Sphinx Drive and the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Coventry Sphinx 1, Rugby Town 1. We're here with joint manager Shaun Thomas. Tomo, we would have hoped for a victory coming into this one, but after that 90 minutes, do you think it was a fair result?
Yeah, I do. I think we joked around saying that whatever happens today, it's going to be tight, and 1-1's most probably the most likely scoring, the most likely score, because none of us are prolific scorers, and I think I don't know, just an air of disappointment really. I thought that the game was there for the taking, especially when you go down to 10 men. But look, this is why we're down there, because we're inconsistent, and people can't turn up one week and then not turn up the next week and think that they're going to just win games by luck. So yeah, just a fair result. I think Rugby did pretty well, to be fair, going down to 10. They always carried a threat, and I think by the end we just wanted the game to be done.
Obviously, everyone always wants to win a relegation 6-pointer, especially in a match between local rivals like Sphinx, like Rugby, with so much history. But looking at the results for the other teams in the bottom 5, would you say it's a missed opportunity to pull away a bit more, or would you say it's good to get 7 points clear just to get that little bit of a buffer?
I think today we wanted to win the game. I think we've set ourselves a target of not to lose the teams around us, so we sort of ticked that one off. But you just come away thinking a couple of wins at this key stage of the season will mean that you're not looking over your shoulder when it comes to April. And we haven't beat Rushden, we haven't beat Rugby, and we've got no divine right to do it. I don't mean it like that, but I mean for us, when we set ourselves the goals, I think we just come away a little bit short today. And I mean, there could be 2 leagues between Rugby and us in some mythical time, and the game would still be scrappy and poor quality. I'm sure it would be. We just play each other quite often, and that's all the way it go. I don't want to talk about other teams and be reliant on other teams. But if teams around us aren't picking up the 3 points, it's just another game ticked off. And I suppose we've got the points today when Rushden and Gresley haven't. So, but you know what, we've got a tough run of games. So if we think that we're going to get it easy, we're not going to.
Well, Tyler Haddow getting his first goal today. Great link-up play between Shippo and Haddow. Well taken header. Are you expecting that link between Shippo and Haddow to get even better?
Yeah, I thought Tyler started pretty sharp, and I think he went out of the game in the second half, not for his own desire. I just think we stopped finding him, and Tyler's somebody who needs to be played, have space to run into, and we got bogged down on a difficult pitch. And Tyler was good first half. I'm pleased that he's got his goal. He's a good header. He's got across his man, and it's nestled. And yeah, I'm pleased for him. He gives us an option, an outlet, and we've just got to be a bit better to find him more often.
Well, it was such an unlucky goal to concede. I mean, you say another day it could have been a different result. Another day it certainly would have been a different result, because it was the wind which really affected the goal. I mean, Melbourne's cross, the wind taking it away from Keelan Fallows. It's such an unlucky goal to concede.
Yeah, but I think we'll have to watch it there. I think we're a long way away, and we spoke to him at half time about stopping crosses, and when you've got the wind, you've got to be really careful, and we didn't do that. And that's the frustrating bit. It's the bit where you want to lose your rag with them, and because it's just a poor goal to concede, and the wind's got underneath it, and I think Keelan's come to think that he's landing in the middle of the goal, and the wind's took it and it's gone over his head, and it just summed us up today. I think we were just sloppy in a lot of the areas, and yeah, just overall disappointed, but it is what it is.
Well, the red card for Liam Francis could have proved an opportunity for Sphinx. It didn't really seem to change the game all that much. Rugby kept on pressing on. We couldn't quite break Rugby down. What do you think was going on towards the end of the second half? Was it just both teams not wanting to make a mistake? Or?
Yeah. Well, we and us and Carl and all that, we said that at the start, call it a point and get going. And I sort of laughed, and I thought, you know what? When they're even down to 10 men, they still carry the threat. Marky Taylor's good. MJ's a powerful runner, and they've just got good players up there that kept us occupied. And I think for looking at ourselves, our assessment of it is that we weren't good enough to win that game, and why we weren't good enough will just take a few nights to mull it over. But I think we just compounded errors, and we just weren't very sharp. And when you take too many touches on a boggy pitch, when your decision making is not good, when you don't hold your shape and you get a little bit raggy, you always give teams an opportunity just to play forward, and that's what they did to Marky Taylor. And he had the big chance at the end, didn't he? 10-15 to go, and if that goes in, then you know what, you can't say they didn't deserve it for digging in with 10 men. So we're disappointed, but we haven't lost. It's another point on the board, and yeah, we move into 12 games today.
there was concern for Jack Redhead in the second half, seemed to have a problem with his right shoulder. Can you provide any update on his condition?
Yeah, so originally it said that he's knocked his shoulder out of the socket, dislocated it, and then it's popped back in. So he gave it a go, 5 minutes. Jack's as honest as they come. He said, "No, I'm fine." And then after 5 or 10, he's obviously struggling with it. So we've got a good bench. 2 lads ain't getting on today, and it was hard because we weren't exactly free flowing today. We weren't exactly at our best, and there's 2 lads that sit on their hands and get splinters. So we just said to them at the end that you undercooked yourselves today, underperformed, and no one's place is guaranteed when you put in performances like that. So we just need to try and improve and be better. And the disappointing thing is we've had 2 decent performances, and okay, we didn't get the win against Rushden, but today it was fairly even, weren't it? We cancelled each other out, but even with 10, we couldn't break them down. We weren't good enough to win the game, so a point's a point at the end of the day.
Well, a big day for Lewis. Guess his 300th Coventry Sphinx appearance. I mean, how great of an asset, of a servant has Guessy been over the years?
Oh, brilliant. I'm glad you've asked the question, because we did talk to him beforehand, and 300 games is unheard of in non-league, and the fact that he has had suitors, he's had the opportunity to try other places, and I think he's been really, really loyal, and I think that's allowed us, certainly when we come in 150 games ago, he's been the bedrock of that defensive unit, and he's carried us through some really difficult times and been excellent. So really proud for him, chuffed for him. I hope he can enjoy it, even though we only got a point, but yeah, here's to many more games for him, because he's a good lad.
And finally, next up, Rugby Town. It was a rather feisty occasion against Corby here at Sphinx Drive earlier in the season. What are you expecting going to their place next Saturday?
I am really looking forward to it. There'll be a good atmosphere. I think Corby were one of the best teams that we played this year. I think they knocked us off the park for 45 minutes, and they won the one game 1-0. But I thought they were excellent, and for whatever reason, the home form has been not up to scratch. And the last game, Cal got his injury, and he's going to miss it, unfortunately, again because of his suspension. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's why we do non-league, go to these grounds and play against good players. And can we manage that atmosphere? Can we manage the game? And look, at the end of the day, we're unbeaten in 3, and I'm most probably being overly critical. Just think we're a couple of points short from the last 3. And so if we're going to meet our targets at the end of the season, then you've got to go and get something from Corby, because they'll be expecting to win. So we'll go and spoil the party and enjoy our Saturday evenings, hopefully.
Well, we're looking forward to it, Tom. We can't wait. See you at Corby. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, couple.